The term free is one that wargaming, and especially for World of Tanks Blitz, does not use very often. Normally, we go into the store, and the first thing you see is crates, TD invasion containers, squad of strangers lucky containers, and the Object 907, which is $100 for 14 containers. Yeah, it's not great that wargaming tries to always just shove crates into your face and cram them down your throat. However, this is the Tier 9 Polish Collector Heavy Tank, the 50 TP prototype, and it's actually absolutely free to obtain. Now, in yesterday's video, I broke into the tank, talked a little bit about the event, and my personal feelings on this vehicle, and I still think, after playing this a little bit more, that this is the best Tier 9 currently in World of Tanks Blitz. I mean, it has everything going for it. It has mobility, traverse speed, top speed. That's all the mobility, I guess, covered on the vehicle, but the gun's great, high alpha, good penetration, not too bad on the accuracy. It's just got everything going for it. So for me, this is probably not only my favorite Tier 9 in the game now, but it's just a fantastic vehicle. And you can absolutely earn it for free. Sure, it might not be the easiest way to obtain. And if there are people that are complaining that they can't earn the vehicle for free, I mean, the issue is Wargaming can't just make this event the easiest thing in the planet. Like, when we go back to the Kampfpanzer 70, and that was the first Tier 9 vehicle that ever came out, and it came for free, that tank, you had to score within the top 1,000 players on each server to get your hands on it. And that is way harder than this event. For this event, all you simply need to do is play with a platoon mate at Tier 4, Tier 5, and get 2 brothers in arms a day and complete your daily clan missions, and you'll get it in about 10 days. And judging that there's 20 days in the event, yeah, that gives you a lot of extra time. In fact, just to show how simple the numbers are, if we just pull up the calculator really quick, let's say you earn 100 points from the first week and a half from your clan mission. So we'll say you need 900 to get the vehicle, and then we'll do the brothers in arms. So let's say you get 2 brothers in arms a day, so 900 divided by, what is that, 45 times 2 is 90. So there you go. It would take you 10 days, as I said, to get your hands on this vehicle if you just got 2 brothers in arms a day. And brothers in arms aren't too hard to get when you jump all the way down into Tier 4. I mean, we're going to be playing in a couple vehicles that I think are fantastic for doing this event, but we're going to start off with the Luchs. And today's video is mostly going to be talking about what I think are the best vehicles to earn the vehicle on. Now, the Luchs is a Tier 4 German light tank. This is a collector, and the next one we're also going to be playing in is another collector, the Covenanter. Now, if any of you got the battle pass that gave you that tank, you are in luck, and that's why I'm also putting it into this list. But the final one is the Matilda, which is not a premium vehicle. It is a heavy tank that you can get right on the tech tree. And oh my god, double Matilda platoons, holy moly, are they broken. But just to talk about Covenanters, I mean, you can see the enemy team is running a double Covenanter platoon as we're speaking. But the Luchs I actually find is nicer just because the Covenanter goes bang, 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 bang. And then it does about 220 damage. This tank just goes blah, 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 and that's it. And then you back up. So I like the fact that the Luchs gets out damaged much quicker. It's a faster tank, goes 60 kilometers per hour, and it still has 10 degrees of gun depression. And let's say like that Scavenger's over there, I mean, there you go. That's 176 hit points taken off. That's a lot of damage. It's actually very surprising how quickly this thing actually gets damage into the enemy team. So there you go. We've already gotten one pretty big chunk into you. Is this guy going to poke it? I don't know, actually. But I know that we got vehicles like the Covenanter off to the side. I mean, there you go, 145, and then we back in the cover again. And that's just how easy this tank racks out damage. I mean, it's just that easy. So if any of you have this vehicle, I would highly suggest this is the tank that is pulled out. I wonder, can we pen that guy with premium? We can, but I don't really know if I want to be penned by that. Well, he fired, so I guess we can take off 36 hit points. Nothing incredible, but, you know, 36 hit points is better than nothing, I guess, right? So there goes that guy running out into the open. Maybe we can get some shells into the Scavenger again. Let's aim, 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 and fire! There you go, 177 into the Scavenger. That guy's basically done. Another fun fact about this specific tank is that it actually has some of the highest DPM in Tier 4. So that's good. It's got around 1,400. You can easily see, I'm just literally peppering through the enemy team with no problem. I mean, there's a Covenanter, and there's 132 hit points gone. And that means one of our shells even missed. 3 more seconds, then we just do it again. I mean, it's just that easy. There you go. That's 177 off the Covenanter. It's just bang, 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 over and over and over. And of course, if you work with a platoon mate, this is just super easy. I mean, there goes the T40. Now we can try pushing on these guys over here, and this will be the first easiest victory. And I'm not going to lie, it took me a lot of effort to get my hands on this tank very quickly. I really wanted to get my hands on it so I could get a video out very quickly on the review, and obviously say that I also got the tank for free. Haha. But, yeah, so that was something that was not fun, is just grinding and grinding and grinding to get my hands on this vehicle. But I can say it wasn't terrible. I mean, I played about 80 games in Tier 4, spent about 3 hours doing it, and I got my hands on it. And, well, there we go. That was a perfect game. That was a showcase just what the Luchs can do. I mean, that was 1,200 damage, only a second class, and that was just easy. I mean, that's how easy it is to get out damage with this tank. So if we break into the Covenanter now, as I said, it goes bang, 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 bang. And I think it does around 220 damage in a clip. So this vehicle is a little bit more deadly. I mean, the Luchs does about 180, and this does about 40 more. But it takes longer to get it out. So I personally don't like this one as much. It's a little bit slower. The camo's a bit worse. But it's still a pretty solid tank. I mean, if you have this vehicle, then you're obviously golden. And if you have the Valentine Mark II or the PZB2, any of you, if you have that and you have another player in your clan that has that, those are the only two tanks in the game that have preferential matchmaking. And what that means is that you cannot play a tier higher, but you have to run the exact same vehicle in Platoon. So as I said, either the Valentine II or the PZB2. And if you run either of those tanks in Platoon, you cannot get up tiered against, like here, the Stug and the Wolverine. That can't happen. You're only tier 4 and tier 3. It's actually broken. It's stupid. And I guarantee some people know this. But yeah, it's a very, very sneaky thing about the game. So here we are pushing in the position. What are we going to be able to do? Speed. You can see this tank's just sluggish. I don't like that tier 4 and tier 3 are so sluggish. What are you doing? Oh, gee. Well, it is tier 4. I mean, what do you expect, right? The nice thing is that you also go up against people like that sometimes, which means you can get some pretty nice damage out. And I think the Covenanter actually has about 12 degrees of gun depression. It's quite ridiculous. So you can work ridges like this quite easily. But, well, I just lost over 300 hit points and half of my health. Looks like, yeah, I forgot that they were running a double Covenanter platoon. Both of them camping. Fun. Okay, well, let's... Oh, no, the lag is real. Well, that one Covenanter actually lost a lot as well, so maybe we can get some shells in him. But, I mean, you saw just how quickly two Covenanters in platoon rip into your hit points. I mean, I just poked that to see if I could spot anybody, and in that time, I literally lost 90% of my health. So, we're still getting shot here. I mean, that guy's just trying to pepper me over and over. I want to aim at the Stug, though. We're going to see if we can pen some shells on him. No clue. No clue whatsoever. I mean, I don't really know what to do even in this game with those guys sitting there. They're just going to sit hull down. I'm not going to be able to spot him. I've got nobody covering me. So, in this scenario, I mean, I'm basically just useless. So I'm just going to, yep, there you go again, hitting me in the side. I mean, I'm just basically useless at this point. So I'm just going to kind of sit over here. Maybe we can get some shells into the side of the Wolverine. Here we go. Yes, there you go. And that was 166. And I mean, I didn't even pen one of my shells. Again, you can see just how deadly this gun is when it does pen those shells. So here we go. We got that Wolverine again. Blah, 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 blah. And there you go. 58 hit points. Didn't pen them all. Only penned about one of them. But, that's what the tank does, right? I mean, it just gets out the damage. So maybe I can help out my Matilda over here. He's trying to do his job, but maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to help him. Here's the Wolverine off to the side. Let's see if we can, you know what, we also got the Stug over here, though. Boom, 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 boom. And there you go. He's taken out. Now, I do need the backup. I need to be very careful of this Wolverine and the DW2. But, like, you can see just again, the Covenanter is a stupid tank. It's definitely broken. I mean, there's two shots into that guy. And then we got the Wolverine over here. And, okay, I guess the game's just going to lag. I have a feeling a lot of you guys have been suffering with server lag as well. I mean, it's been quite appalling. I don't know why. Just every now and then the game goes do-do-do-do, and then you're like, okay, that was real fun. So we got the Panzer 4D off to the side. We got a pretty big slap into my Matilda. We got the Covenanter over here, who I would love to get a big shell into. So let's aim in over here, maybe. Come on. Oh, that's not good. That Panzer 4D just finished off my teammate. But, oh, there we go. Oh. No, I don't think we penned them all. That sucks. And I got spotted. That's also sucky. And my team's camping at the back. Okay, this is not good. I'm stuck on the wall. Uh-oh. Go. Oh, he hit me too. Oh, you butt. All right, we're going to fire standard ammo at this guy. I mean, that still took off a pretty big chunk of his hit points. Again, as I talked about, this tank does carry some very, very big damage per shot. So let's back up from this guy. Maybe we can just chunk a shell. Come on. Fire it. Fire the shell. Oh, the lag! You gotta be kidding me! The game lagged me right out in the open. Well, I can't say much for lag. As I said before, the server sucks. But the Covenanter, as you could see, easily is able to chunk shells into the enemy opponents, which is ridiculous. So that was the game in the Covenanter. And now finally, we're going to go onto the heavy. The Matilda actually used to be a medium, but now we're on to the highest DPM at tier 4 at 1455. Now the Matilda is truly a ridiculous vehicle. It has about a 3 years 4 second reload for 90 damage, 80 damage. It just goes bang, bang, bang. It slowly whittles your hit points down to a point where you don't have any left. Now, if you're against tier 3s, they even have a hard time of penetrating you. I mean, most tier 3s can't penetrate the frontal armor of a Matilda, and even with their premium ammo, it's still a very hard pen. So this tank is great. I mean, if you don't have any of those tanks I showed you before, or let's say any other pretty solid tier 4 premiums, this is your next one that I would really suggest to do. I mean, double Matilda platoon is just stupid. You can sit there, you can sit all down, it's got good gun depression. All the lower tier tanks basically have good gun depression because they don't have really big guns. I mean, the later tanks in World of Tanks Blitz, I really find it in real life have a lot worse gun depression because you need this really big gun cast inside the turret so that the vehicle can shoot and you can put the ammo in, the gun breach and all that. Well, obviously, in the beginning of World War I and World War II, that didn't exist. I mean, you had these tiny little cannons mounted onto this giant turret, so obviously the guns have plenty of gun depression. So the Matilda, it's probably sitting fine, 12, 10 degrees. I wouldn't worry about it. But, yes, here we are, finally loaded into a game. Another Tier 5 game, though, man. Just bad luck after bad luck. That's the one issue, and that's why I said before, if you're on the PZB2 or the Valentine 2, you can literally only play Tier 4. I mean, the difference of playing Tier 4 and Tier 5 is monumental when you're trying to get brothers in arms, because you have to work together, and judging that you can't even take out most Tier 5s, you can't pen them half the time, I mean, that's not good. But here we are in the Matilda, and it looks like all of my team's going to the medium route, so I guess we're going to do that as well. The Matilda just looks super nice. I mean, I made a video on it a while back saying how broken the tank was. I mean, it's got a 3.3 second reload. It's so stupid. It just peppers you, and it looks so nice. I actually really love the design of this tank. So here we go. We're pushing up to speed. The vehicle actually, oh my god. Well, there went a Tier 5. That's actually really good. Don't have to worry about him anymore, right? So let's just keep going. Now, as I was trying to say, the nice thing about this vehicle in particular is the fact that it actually used to be a heavy. A very slow heavy, only going 20 kilometers per hour. But Wargaming actually buffed it and made it go 28 and turned it into a heavy tank. So I don't really know what to say. I mean, you'd think that it would go slower as heavy, but no, it actually goes faster. There's a good example of the armor that works on this vehicle. I mean, we just got 2 bounces right on the tank. That's just what the Matilda can do. Now, obviously, I don't expect every shell to be a bounce, but for the most part, you can get some very solid bounces. We didn't penetrate that one, but I'm just trying to get in a position. I mean, we're not the fastest. 28, while it is faster than what it used to be, is still not very fast. So here we go, finally getting to these vehicles, and now, oh, the lag is real. Now we can put on my adrenaline and have my teammate block me. Well, that's fun. There we go. Now let's try it again. I mean, God, the C40 just keeps going in front of me. It's like he wants to. So that's 3 shells already out. Let's go for this guy, though. That's a Tier 5, a very deadly Tier 5 at that. So this is where the gun just peppers shell after shell after shell after shell. Thought we could track him and pen him, but no, looks like we can't. But we can still just shoot standard ammo to him. I mean, that's still a pretty easy thing to do, and dead. I mean, there you go. That's 1 kill. The nice thing as well about this tank for picking up kills is the fact that its rate of fire is stupid fast. But I mean, even with premium ammo, you can see just how hard it is to penetrate certain tanks, especially that Matilda there. I mean, it really is just a hard tank to cut through. So I'm going to stay away from that Panzer V. That tank's a vehicle I don't really want to play with. We got the Matilda here, and yeah, I can penetrate it, but you can see just how good the armor is on this tank. I mean, the Matilda has one of the highest pen guns in Tier 4, and it still struggles to cut through another Matilda's armor profile. I mean, this guy is even struggling to pen me. So, Matilda, go burr. Its gun is just amazing. Now all we got left is the Panzer over here. Let's get some shells in him. There's one nice penetration, and now we're just going to continue pumping shell after shell after shell into this guy. And I mean, that's it. If I had just held my shell there a teeny bit, that would have been 2 kills. So, that's my video. These are the 3 tanks that I would suggest to play to get your hands on the 50 TP if you wanted to get it within the first couple of days with this event. All you gotta do, as my opinion is, at least, is work together in a platoon mate and get the kills out. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, and honestly, I don't even think this event's very hard. I mean, the average player can easily get brothers in arms as long as they play Tier 4. If you want to play Tier 8, go ahead. But my suggestion would be, and what I did after playing 80 games or so, is going to Tier 4 just seemed much easier, and I got the tank. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed today's video. If you did, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye!